Welcome to the AFR Saints channel, where we provide you daily content on your favorite team, the New Orleans Saints. Do us a favor and hit that subscribe button. Be sure to leave your comments below and smash that like button. Who dat? I'm going to start with the New Orleans Saints beating Tampa Bay 36-27. I'm going to start with the Saints losing their starting quarterback, still managing to build a 23-7 second half lead, losing that lead, battling back to secure a field goal to take a lead, and then giving the greatest player in the history of the NFL just under 2 minutes and only needing a field goal to crush your dreams. And then this happened.
On 2nd and 10, they bring it. It's picked up, giving Brady time, and he's intercepted. P.J. Williams still going all the way. He's in. Touchdown, New Orleans.
That's how it sounded on Fox, and that was the dagger to an elated Superdome crowd. The Saints beat the Bucs 36-27. They moved to 5-2 on the season. The Bucs fall for the second time, 6-2 on the season, and the Saints defense just flummoxed Tom Brady again all day. He did throw 4 touchdowns and 375 yards, and I'm not going to sniff at that, but we have learned so many times throughout history that the way that you beat Tom Brady, the way that you impact Tom Brady is pressure, and you force him into mistakes. And yet again, the Saints forced 3 Tom Brady turnovers, the 2 interceptions, the fumble. It was an amazing day for this New Orleans Saints defense and for the team as a whole to find a way to beat the defending champs, the team that everyone assumes is the NFC favorite to go back to the Super Bowl and repeat as champions, and to find a way shorthanded like that to win that game was incredible. Now, I have said all year that I want to wait to make a judgment on this team until they are whole. When they were whole, we would make that determination of what they looked like as if they could be a championship team. And that meant keeping it on the tracks until you got all of these players back and then make your run in the second half. And we're starting to see that. You've gotten David Onyemata back. You've gotten Quan Alexander back. You got Marcus Davenport back. You look almost whole defensively. Offensively, you got Deontay Harris back. That was certainly impactful in yesterday's ball game. The unfortunate part now is the Saints aren't going to be whole at all this season because you're not going to have Jameis Winston. And we will talk about what that's going to mean for the remainder of this season and certainly for Jameis's future as well. But yesterday for me was more about Sean Payton again staking his claim as the best offensive mind in the NFL. Here was Sean Payton after the win on Sunday.
It wasn't perfect. There were a number of things that we're going to be able to coach off of the tape on, but I thought we played with energy, and that was a big concern of mine coming off a Monday night West Coast trip. And I thought we played with a lot of energy.
Short week against the best team in the NFL, the defending champs. You lose your starting quarterback, and you still find a way to get it done in that ball game, in large part thanks to the fact that your head coach is as creative as they come. And I always say with Sean, you take the good with the bad. And there was some of both. The good was very obvious. You got 4th and goal from inside the 1, and instead of kicking the field goal, when I'm sitting there like everybody else probably thinking, oh, they're going to do the Breeze leap. Siemian just going to reach the ball over the goal line like we saw Drew Brees do so many times. Nope. How about a little flare pass to Alex Arma? Did Vegas have odds on Trevor Siemian to Alex Arma touchdown? Was that a prop bet anyone could have gotten yesterday before the game? That's what Sean Payton does. 11 different players were targeted. 10 different players caught a pass. Look at how they spread it around. Kevin White, 38 receiving yards, the one big one after the Saints had given up the lead, and that one got them right back down the field to kick that field goal near the end. White, 38 yards. Deontay Harris, 35 yards. Tre'Quan, 33 yards. Garrett Griffin, 30 yards. Marquez Callaway, 30 yards. Mark Ingram, 25 yards. Incredible. The way that they spread the ball around on a day where you lose your starting quarterback, and Sean Payton knew the only way to do anything offensively was to keep that defense guessing. He did what he does best. The Saints defense also is a massive part of this story. Of course, you could look at the box score and you could see the team stats and you could see that the Saints gave up 421 yards and you could see that Tom Brady had a big day throwing for 375, but the Saints run defense was fantastic. They allowed just 71 rushing yards, while the Saints racked up 152 on the ground against what was the best rush defense in the NFL going into that game. But David Onyemata affecting the middle, a healthy Marcus Davenport. Did you see Marcus Davenport throw Gronk around like he was a rag doll in that bull rush? You don't think that? I tweeted during the game, when I go to bed tonight, I'm going to pray for world peace and for us to get to see a full, healthy Marcus Davenport at least one season in the NFL, because that guy is spectacular when he's right. How about DeMario? Did you see DeMario Davis decleat Leonard Fournette? Y'all, Leonard Fournette is a big human. We have seen Leonard truck people throughout his entire life. And DeMario Davis decleated Leonard Fournette yesterday. Heat-seeking missile, man. Best linebacker in the NFL. And, of course, we saw C.J. Gardner-Johnson come with a pick. P.J. Williams with the pick six there at the end. Brady's 3 turnovers. That defense played perfect complementary football to keep the offense in the game, even when things didn't look like they were going great. A couple of other things from the game that I thought were notable. Mark Ingram's energy is undeniable. The fans love him. Mark Ingram led the Who Dat chant before the game. Talked about it all last week. Y'all know how I feel about it. I'm much more on board when you look at giving up a 2024 7th-round pick and you're only paying $600,000 for him. I still think that your better option down the line is going to be a healthy Tony Jones if and when he's back. But, man, the crowd popped for Mark Ingram whenever he was introduced pregame, and he brought you a lot of energy in this ballgame. He is, I don't think, going to be any elite player offensively for you, but if he can be a complementary piece that gives Alvin Kamara a breather, cool, and certainly what you knew is great locker room guy, the fans were going to react to it, and boy, did they yesterday. And how about a tip of the cap to Trevor Siemian? Tip of the cap to Trevor Siemian. He made the one big mistake throwing the interception in the back of the end zone, got bailed out by the roughing the passer call, but he played within himself, 16 of 29 for 159 yards and a touchdown. The touchdown, of course, to Alex Arma, and he just kept playing complementary football to keep his team in a position to win it late, and ultimately the Saints did. What a win for New Orleans, 5-2 on the season. It's obviously very cloudy now moving forward without Jameis Winston and what the Saints do. Sean Payton has said they're not going to pursue a quarterback from the outside, which means Trevor Siemian, Taysom Hill, those are your options. We will delve into that coming up here in just a little bit. But in the meantime, enjoy that one. That is a massive win within the division for all intents and purposes. That wipes away that ugly loss at Carolina earlier, and now you got Atlanta coming to the Dome. And, regardless of who is the quarterback for the Saints against the Atlanta Falcons, in the Dome against that team, you are going to be favored to win this ball game with a full week to prepare. So certainly the Saints have a great opportunity. I'm looking at here, they're an early 6-point favorite in that game against Atlanta. So it goes to show you that regardless of it, not even knowing who's going to play quarterback in that game, the Saints are still a heavy favorite at home against the Atlanta Falcons. So take a full week, see if the Saints can get right, put together a game plan to beat Atlanta, and off they go through the month of November. Hey, thanks so much for watching. Please leave your comments. I love to interact, and be sure to hit the red subscribe button below.